Okay, welcome all. Would somebody who's on the Zoom try a thumbs up to say you can hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, thank you, Tim.
You bet.
All right, so we're going to do several things today. The basic thing is to end up with a discussion about what's called casting. Casting is where you're able to put what's on your device on your television screen. And we use it a lot. I think it's an important part of the skills that we can do. But first, we're going to go back and do some review of what we discussed last time. So the number one thing that was suggested was to review your bill. And to do that, you sign in. This is assuming for the moment you're on Xfinity Comcast. Although if you're on something else, the rules are the same, it's just the instructions are different. If you're on your Xfinity account, there's a small symbol in the upper right that if you click it, you will find your actual account. If you then click on billing, you will be able to eventually click on current statement. At the very bottom of the statement, you get a list of the services and equipment your bill includes. So the two things you're going to want to do is be sure you need all the equipment and be sure you're using all the services. Now, your basic fee is $30 a month, and that buys you the local channels and C-SPAN. For $70 a month, you get to add the weather channel, things like MSNBC, ESPN, and then the ultimate is lots more. And then you have a fee for something like HBO. These charges do not include internet. When we looked at the situation personally, we found we were not only signed up for the ultimate, but we were signed up for a couple of channels like HBO we've never used. And that's because we signed up 15 years ago. And the particular plan we signed up for included those for free, but this changed over the years. In addition to that, you have a fee for every piece of equipment you have. So you have a box and remote fee for each one, an adapter fee if that's relevant, a technology fee if you have a set-top DVR, and if you're using the internet and using their equipment, you have a fee. When we reviewed that, we discovered we didn't need the internet equipment, and we had for the equipment for 4 TV boxes, but 3 of those are normally used, but the 4th is not. And it was very easy to move it over to just a streaming service, Roku. But if you, in fact, are taking local TV and local sports, which are included in everything, you have an additional fee of $40. And then you have another 10%. So I must say I'm always annoyed with the idea that we're paying for a basic local TV and we have to pay an additional $22.50 that isn't rolled into the basic cost. That's so they can hide it. Internet, if you do not do anything else and you're just using internet, your basic fee is going to be $40 a month, and what they call Connect More is $65. If you're only one person, you don't need more than the basic unless you're a gamer. And if you are, bless you, get what you need. If you have 2 people who will be using the internet at the same time, you may want to upgrade to the Connect More. The faster speeds are generally only for people who are on the Comcast program for TV. So the first 2 prices are the prices if, in fact, you have a separate source for streaming. Now, if you have more than one service, you can usually get an overall discount. We negotiated a $40 per month discount, and that was enough to keep us with Comcast. The net of all that is we're saving over $100 a month compared to what we were paying before we did our review. You may also want to negotiate. And I would consider going personally down to the Xfinity store. It's on Santa Rosa Avenue near the Target store. You can set up an appointment online so you don't have to wait. But the people there are authorized to negotiate with you. So if you're really ready to cut the cord or make major changes, you may want to go down and see what they'll do for you. Okay, I'm going to move now into entertainment. Before I do that, what do we have in questions with regard to the basic Comcast Xfinity?
Hey, George,
Yeah,
did you say you had the basic TV package from Comcast?
no, we actually have the next level up.
Okay. And that
Okay.
includes the network channels plus what?
Let's go back up. Okay, this is the so-called popular plan.
Popular.
My,
Okay.
my wife is addicted to MSNBC.
Okay.
ESPN, and that ESPN, by the way, does include the SEC games,
Okay, good. Good to know.
which I thought was fascinating. But anyway, and this includes the Bay Area sports.
Okay.
Okay.
Very good.
One of the major issues is if you really are committed to watching movies, there may be a cheaper way to find them if you're using Netflix, using Amazon Prime, or whatever. Okay. Okay. Other questions?
I have a
Well,
question.
Yeah.
So I did all this. I got a new router from Motorola, said it was compatible with Xfinity.
Yep.
So I tried to install it, and I needed a phone also. I needed a phone line, and Motorola had a phone line in the back. So I did all that, and the phone didn't work. In addition to that, the Xfinity part worked, but the phone didn't. But on the hookup, when I tried to do Xfinity, about 10 times a day it would cut out. And I had a weak signal, so I did have Xfinity extensions in the house. And it worked fine with Xfinity. But when I went to the Motorola router, it didn't work. So I had Tim come out, and he couldn't help. I had the Xfinity technician come out, and he couldn't get the phone to work. So I went back on Xfinity, returned the Motorola router, which I got on Amazon, so I got my money back. So I don't know what to do now. Get another router? The extensions aren't going to work. I have to buy new extensions. And I need a phone.
I would say you sound like a situation that you might consider going down and negotiating. In other words, rather than you're ending up, and this is sort of what we did, you're ending up finding that you cannot connect your existing equipment well, and you do want the phone. I'd go down and see what they'll do for you.
All right, but they're going to say, well, the Motorola was broken. You know, the other router I get was busted. I mean,
No,
I don't know what they're going to say, but
no. I think what you want to say is you have seriously considered shifting routers and equipment, but you're perfectly satisfied with the Xfinity equipment. You just feel you're paying too much.
okay.
You don't have to talk about what's working or not working with the Motorola.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
It's a price negotiation.
Okay.
Okay, other
Somebody
questions?
asked where, when you talked about going to negotiate, I think you're talking about the storefront that's down by Target on Santa Rosa Avenue.
Correct.
Yeah. I think you
Okay,
can go ahead.
all right, so we're talking about entertainment. So for most of the entertainment we'll talk about, you need to connect. That means a device like a Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, which is the Amazon, and then Comcast will sell you, charge you $5 a month for a flex box if you have a Comcast. You may have a smart TV. More and more of them are this way, where the connections are built in. But in that case, a device may be useful effectively as a remote. The most popular streaming services are Amazon Prime, Netflix, Disneyland Disney and or Hulu, and they are combining so that is changing. And then the PBS Passport. The one I would recommend everybody sign up for is the PBS Passport, because all it takes is a contribution to KQED or KRCB, which, since all of us should like public television, we should be doing. Okay, sometimes your subscriptions and versions with ads are less. Amazon Prime has announced that they're going to raise their price if you don't want ads. I would only comment that we've spent a lifetime, most of us, putting up with ads on television. Some of the services, and in particular, this is true for Hulu, the versions with the ads are not tolerable, but to me anyway. Okay, what is true for these is you can sometimes find almost anything on Amazon Prime or Netflix if you are willing to pay a little bit extra, and you're talking about $3 or $4 to watch a movie. And that's a lot less than it costs if you're going out to the theater. Now, what's happening? There was a period of time when the holders of movie rights like Paramount were trying to set up proprietary streaming sites, and that simply hasn't worked. They were trying to pull their most popular movies away from Netflix and Amazon Prime. And what happened is they just simply lost licensing fees. So we should be looking for more content to be available on Netflix, and also an increase to fees for watching without ads. There was a announcement a couple of days ago that Disney is in fact backing away from the level of exclusivity it had. It's still got some of its most popular things exclusively on the Disney Channel, but there are a lot of them that you don't have to be on that to do it anymore. So before I go to the next section, anybody want to comment about their favorite entertainment sites?
Got a question in the room? Wait.
We went down to Comcast, and we already have, the regular Comcast, and we wanted to get their streaming box, and they said we couldn't get that. Is that a strange thing? In addition to our Comcast that we already have?
I have no idea what that would be. Sorry.
You're trying to get a streaming box from one of the streaming services to supplement the box that you already have from Comcast.
We heard that Comcast had streaming boxes, so we thought we could have both services from Comcast.
Well, you should. I mean, the Xfinity, if you are signed up for Xfinity cable, you will have Xfinity as a streaming site. You should be able to sign into Xfinity from your tablet or phone.
Right. So like Apple Plus and Prime Video or Amazon Prime, those are actually reachable over the internet. So once you're connected to Comcast properly, you should be able to make an internet connection and get to those other streaming services. You just got to pay for them. Okay. Anybody else? Go ahead, George.
Okay, well, here are some special streaming sites. A lot of us end up watching British TV. My first comment is many of the key British TV shows are available free if you have the PBS passport. But in addition to that, there's something called BritBox, which tends to take everything that the BBC puts out, and that's about $9 a month. And then Acorn TV has a lot of the stuff that BritBox doesn't have. So if you're really committed to British TV, you may want to look what they offer. We have historically taken BritBox. International movies, there's a site called Mubi, and that's typically added to Amazon Prime. Classic movies, there's a site called Criterion. I have a sister who's just an absolute crazy about classic movies. She watches them 24/7, I swear. That's one of her favorite sites. And then Curiosity Stream has a lot of documentaries. There are also a lot of documentaries on PBS Passport. Now, if you have a special interest, there are other channels devoted to that interest, and many are free, although some do charge. There are a number of channels devoted to specific countries. You can get channels, for example, you can get an Israel channel. You can get channels in many different languages. Again, roughly free. You have specialized sports channels. We do Major League Baseball, and the reason is because we're baseball nuts. But the thing we like about it is we get the home feed for every game. So if our Boston Red Sox are playing in Seattle, we get this feed from the Boston area. There are many specialized children's channels, and there are music channels. The Metropolitan Opera has a channel devoted to videos. And you can, of course, buy specific events and movies. So if you think there's something you want to watch and you just can't quickly figure it out, there's a website called justwatch.com. And if you put something in, like the movie Charade, it'll tell you where it is and how much it might cost if it's not free. There are also places you can find by just Googling. Some of you may remember that Kai Bird came here to talk about his Jimmy Carter book. But Kai, of course, is also the author of American Prometheus, which is fabulously popular right now because it's the background for Oppenheimer. So we just Googled it and found a Kai Bird interview for his American Prometheus book, which is we found very interesting. We're sort of Oppenheimer junkies. Now, suppose there's a special you want to watch. The general strategy is to take out a month-to-month subscription. So if there's a Hulu channel thing you want to watch and you don't really care to have a long-term subscription, keep a little list of what you want to watch and sign up 1 month, watch it, then cancel. They expect that. This is also how you can deal with periodic events like the FIFO Women's Soccer. In many cases, it's easier to sign up through a larger subscription like Amazon Prime or Roku. That makes it somewhat easier to cancel. Now, I want to segue into YouTube. Now, we're going to be talking about YouTube, the free channel. There's something also called YouTube TV that's completely different, although it's the same people. So if you open up YouTube on your computer and search for a particular event, movie, lecture, when you find that event, you can click on it to start it. Okay? Once you have started it, it will be available on YouTube on your device. So on our Roku device, there is a YouTube channel, not the official channel, but there's a YouTube link streaming service. And we can watch anything on our television through the Roku that's on YouTube. Now, YouTube also has channels. You can sign up for the Metropolitan Opera channel. And that will take you immediately to all of the things they have posted. If you're truly bored, you can go to the Future Oakmont channel. Okay, I'm going to move to casting. Any questions on entertainment?
George, my wife dropped by with my Chromecast, so I can at least stand in front and wave people what it looks like. But go ahead.
Great. So the idea behind casting is pretty simple. If you have content on your phone or tablet, you can put that content up on your television and watch it on your television. Okay? Now, your TV does have to be new enough that it has an internet connection. Okay? Or you have an Apple TV device or a Chromecast device. Okay, Jeff, hold up your Chromecast device.
Okay, and the Chromecast device actually has an HDMI connection. So most screens of any kind are going to have an HDMI input.
We have one old television that still has the red, yellow, blue, or whatever it is.
Oh, goodness. Okay, the old RCA jacks.
Yeah, and we were able to buy a Chromecast device that connects to it.
Right. So just for people in the room, I bought this so that at the computer center, at the Central Activity Center, when I teach my Android phone class, I use this device. I put my Android phone and this device on the same Wi-Fi that's in the room in that classroom, and it allows me to cast anything I can see on my cell phone onto a TV screen, so that I can, in that classroom, I can have, instructional slides up on the big screen. I can be casting my phone to the TV screen, and people can follow along with me as I show them how to do things on their phone.
Okay, we're going to go to a couple of videos in a moment, but if you have a Apple device, you go to the control center, tap screen monitoring, and select your TV or Apple TV device. Again, if you have a smart TV, it might be able to connect directly. With an Android or Google device, you go to Settings, tap Connection Preferences, and select Cast. Then TV, if that's connected, or device. So since that's way too summarized, what I'd like to do now is run two videos. Jeff, stop me if these do not come across well.
How to cast with Google Pixel Tablet. Google Pixel Tablet comes with Chromecast built in, so you can cast videos and music from your phone to your tablet. You can also cast from your tablet to your TV and other devices. To cast from your phone to your tablet, make sure your tablet is on the charging speaker dock and both devices are on the same Wi-Fi network. Now open the media you'd like to cast. If your app supports casting, you'll see the cast icon. Tap the cast icon, then select your tablet from the Cast To pop-up menu. If your tablet is on the charging speaker dock and unlocked, tap Yes, Allow. To stop casting, tap the cast icon, then disconnect. You will need a Chromecast or a TV with Chromecast built in, sold separately, to mirror your tablet screen and cast apps to your TV or other devices. To mirror your tablet screen on your TV, swipe down from the top of your screen to open Quick Settings. Tap Screencast, then select your TV from the list of devices. You'll know you're connected when the Connected to TV notification appears on the screen. The cast icon will change color. To stop casting, swipe down from the top of your tablet screen and tap Screencast. Then disconnect. If you don't see Screencast in the Quick Settings menu, tap Edit. Then tap and hold the Screencast tile and drag it to the Quick Settings menu. Tap back to close the Edit menu, or swipe anywhere on the screen. To cast a movie or other apps from your tablet to your TV, open the app or other content you'd like to cast. Tap the cast icon. Then select a device from the Cast To pop-up menu. To stop casting, tap the cast icon, then disconnect. To learn more, visit the Pixel Tablet Help Center.
Okay, we're going to post the links to this in the next video on the website along with the recording of this session. And for those who have Apple, this is the Apple alternative.
Whether it's your favorite TV show, a presentation for work, or those family photos from your vacation, you can share them on the biggest screen in the house with AirPlay. We'll start with an overview about AirPlay. Then we'll teach you how to stream a video and how to mirror your iPhone or iPad screen. First, we'll talk about AirPlay and the difference between streaming and screen mirroring. AirPlay uses Wi-Fi to share content from your device to your Apple TV, smart TVs, speakers, and Mac computers that support AirPlay. You can either stream content directly from your iPhone or iPad, or use screen mirroring to display everything on your screen without using cables or adapters. Streaming with AirPlay means that you can display content like videos, photos, and music from compatible apps on your device onto another screen. You can keep using your iPhone or iPad while video plays on the other display. And you can control the video as well, like playing, pausing, or fast-forwarding, and rewinding. Screen mirroring with AirPlay means that you can share exactly what is on the screen of your device on a larger display. Everything that appears on your device will be seen on the display in real time, including content and apps, new messages, notifications, and more. Before you start using AirPlay, you'll need a compatible device like your Apple TV, an AirPlay-compatible smart TV, or Mac. And make sure your iPhone and AirPlay device are connected to the same Wi-Fi network. To stream a video from your iPhone or iPad, tap or the pause button to show the video controls, and tap the AirPlay button. Depending on the app you're using, you might need to tap another button first, like Share. Then, select the device you want to use with AirPlay. We'll choose our Apple TV. If you are streaming to an AirPlay device that isn't signed in to your Apple ID, a code might appear on the display. Type in the code on your iPhone or iPad and tap OK. To stop streaming, just tap the AirPlay button again and then tap your device from the list. Now you can enjoy your video on the big screen and keep using your device while your video plays. Awesome! If you'd like to show your entire iPhone or iPad screen on another display with AirPlay, you can use screen mirroring. Just open Control Center, tap Screen Mirroring, and select the device you want to mirror to. This is also where you stop mirroring. If you are screen mirroring to an AirPlay device that isn't signed in to your Apple ID, a code might appear on the display. Type in the code on your iPhone or iPad, and tap OK. Everything you do on your device will appear on your display. Let's take a look at a note we've been working on. You can even change the orientation to get a wider view. It looks beautiful on this larger screen. And that's how you can get the bigger picture when you want it with AirPlay. To learn more about your Apple devices, subscribe to the Apple Support YouTube channel or click another video to keep watching.
Okay, as I said, both of those videos, the link to them will be on our website. So what are some of the things you can do with casting? If you want to have live news from local, both Fox and ABC have a live stream on the internet. So if you bring it up on the internet and you have casting, you can cast it to your television. Anything on YouTube can be cast. Photographs. Perhaps use some of your own photographs you want to share, like those from a long vacation. Live sessions, Zoom meetings and webinars. We did a webinar yesterday. Recorded lectures, meetings that are behind a firewall. If you have to sign in using a username and password, then in fact, this is about the only way you're going to be able to use this to get this on your television. Tomorrow, we'll be listening to a webinar where Charlotte Gray is going to talk about her new book, Passionate Mothers, The Lives of Jenny Jerome Churchill and Sarah Delano Roosevelt. Bay Nature, there's a session right now on 5 photos showing from concept to capture. If you really are bored, you can go listen to one of the OVA board meetings or go to the one next Tuesday online. The Legion of Honor currently has a lecture on the Renaissance artist Botticelli. And as you may or may not know, the Legion of Honor has a exhibition. And one of the fun ones we did was my wife's grandmother was born in a little village of Rupin, Poland, up in the northeastern section of Poland. And we got a Google Maps street view and we drove through the city. That means the village has probably got 25 houses. Okay, any questions, comments from the group?
Nothing here. Go ahead. Oh, no, somebody's taking a picture of the screen. Go ahead.
Okay, our next session is going to be basically, now that we have a new economics behind solar, a discussion about how it can be economic to still put rooftop solar on your house if you haven't done it already. We're going to have a series of installers who have been showing the economics for doing solar, even if you're on the current new system of economics. And if you know of anybody who would be interested, please invite them to that session. It is still quite economic. And for those people who think it may not be, I just comment, take a look at the increase in the prices of electricity from PG&E. And if you think they're not going up more, then you haven't been watching what's happening. Okay, if that's it, we're going to close up. Thank you very much.
A bunch of thank yous from the floor here and no questions. Thank you, George.
Okay, bye now.